Hey everybody, and welcome to Cruise Trivia week number 10. We've got glorious sunshine here in the UK and things are actually looking up for a change. We're allowed to meet up with our families for the first time in 11 weeks. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing my parents too. I have the windows closed because there's kids outside, people are hoovering or doing DIY or whatever's going on. I've got a light here so that you can see me, and it's very, very warm in here. So if you guys could all just keep an eye on me. If I pass out, my mum and my dad are in the chat, so just let them know and they'll come and look after me. Hello to everybody who's joining me. I have got a new chair. It is it's like a proper gaming chair, I think. It makes me feel like I'm on a roller coaster or maybe a racing car, and it makes me sit upright properly. So we're going to do this. Proper YouTuber here. Hudson is in the garden enjoying the sunshine. There's no way I could do this trivia in the garden because there's just too much noise and too many things going on. What are we drinking today, Emma? We're drinking squash again. I'm a bit not worried about my consumption of squash, but about 98% of what I drink is squash these days. Not too bad. There's a lot worse things I could drink, but this one I think is cherries and berries. Very vague. Don't know which cherries and I don't know which berries. John says, I was going to say you've bought a racing sim chair. I used to love playing The Sims. Maybe that's where that's come from. Hello to everybody who's joining me. Paul says he misses the noisy chair. No, I did this for you guys because you don't know how hard it is to sit here and not move any tiny bit because I had a really, really loud chair before. So this is going to give me some freedom to move. Hello to everybody who is joining me. Thank you again to the moderators that are in here looking after this chat. It made it so much easier for me last week to just not have to read weird things. Hello, let me know where you are from. I see we have got Americans in here. We've got people from the UK. I think we've got Sweden, California, loads of places. Okay, so I think we're ready to get going. I have asked our Facebook group for these questions. So if you don't like them, it's not my fault this time. It's actually pretty hard to think of these questions. So I've done 15 to 20 questions every week for 10 weeks now. So this is like 150 cruise trivia questions. What I should do really is go back and do the questions from the first week and see if we remember any of the answers. But we've got a good variety of questions. We've got some pictures, we've got some just words, and I think you're gonna like it. Hello from Stoke, hello from Illinois, hello from Virginia, California, Paris, Australia, Denmark, all over the world. That is really, really cool. Jason says, we need to get Emma one day to play her keyboard and sing to us. My YouTube subscribers, if I did that, would be like, I probably only have my mum and dad left. I'm not going to put you through that. Can't sing, can barely play the keyboard. I'm trying. I am trying. What's in the squash? Various cherries and berries. For me, it's either red squash or yellow squash. This is red squash. So it is lovely. Anyway, it is so warm here in the UK. I say that. If you're from America, you probably don't think this is warm at all. But it's boiling, boiling. I got up this morning and I did my usual Friday body pump workout, but in the garden. So I'm feeling very, very productive today. I've been for a walk, I've eaten some vegetables, I've eaten a cream egg, done all kinds of things. We've got 16 questions actually. I've put in a bonus question. So 15 normal questions and one bonus question today. Okay, so I think we should get on to it. Hello to everybody who has joined me. It normally takes about 5 minutes for everybody to actually get here. So apologies if you just have to listen to me talk, but I hope you don't mind listening to me talk, because if you do and you've come here, you've got an hour of it. So I'm sorry. Hello to everybody who's watching this on the replay too. We have way more people that watch this on the replay than watch it live. And I don't say hi to you guys enough. So thank you if you want to watch this on the replay. All of these, the last 9 of these are available on YouTube and will be for as long as YouTube is a thing. And I'm there. I can listen to you talk all day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. 110 degrees in the desert. Oh, that sounds horrible. Okay, so let's get on with question number 1. Question number 1 does not have a picture, because if I gave you a picture, you would know the answer. It is, what 2 colours are on the Cunard funnel? If you keep on drinking squash, it will rot your teeth. I'm using a straw, doesn't go anywhere near my teeth, and you'll have a head like a box of frogs. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Hello from the sunny Peak District to Kevin. Hey Kevin, thank you for joining us. We've had amazingly good weather, haven't we, for the UK? Can't believe it. Okay, I see you guys answering. I'm going to move on to the next question. The next one is also from our Facebook group members. So these pictures have been provided by the members of our Facebook group and some on Instagram, I think. I can't remember where I got them from, but I have them, and that is the main thing. Hello to everybody who has just joined me. Thank you for joining me. I'm not giving away any answers today accidentally. I'm just going to stop talking once I've said the question, I think. So if you want to ask me any questions about anything, I can answer them between saying these questions. I think I've just about got that worked out now. Sugar-free squash, anyway, yeah, it's sugar-free squash. So nothing bad here. It is fruits and water, very, very hydrated. Okay, question number 2 is, which cruise line does this atrium belong to? And this is the picture, 2 pictures there. Apparently this is an easy one, but I have to say I would not get it. I'm not going to give you any clues though. Not going to give you any clues. I'm being watched from a park. That's very, very cool. If you're watching this anywhere and you take a picture, tag me on Instagram. It is Emma Cruises. It is really, really cool to see where you guys are watching from. Some of you watch on your big TV, which scares me that I'll be blown up on a big TV, but I'm not in high def, so it's fine. But yeah, it's really cool to see wherever you guys are watching from. I see some answers, and one of them is right, and the other ones are wrong. I wouldn't get that one. Just wouldn't get it. Okay, moving on to question number 3. Okay, this one isn't really cruise related, but it came from our Facebook group. This is something that I learned this week, and I can't believe it's a thing. I don't know why I don't know this, or maybe everyone else does, maybe I don't. But question number 3 is not really cruise related, but it is, what are the 2 ingredients in bulletproof coffee? I have never in my entire life drunk a cup of coffee all the way through. I hate it. I think it's awful. It tastes like dust and dirt and aeroplanes. I don't like it at all. But what is bulletproof coffee? I'll give you a clue. One of the ingredients is coffee. What is the other thing that goes in the coffee to make bulletproof coffee? I worked this one out because Tony from La Liga Loca is doing like a fitness journey, like a weight loss journey, and I've been talking to him about tea. He just got his first kettle, and it confused me so much that people don't have kettles. Honestly, I mean, if you don't have a kettle in the UK, I don't know what I would do if I went to someone's house and they didn't have a kettle. If they made me a cup of tea in the microwave, I don't know what I'd do. We drink a lot of tea and coffee here, but yeah, Tony just got his first kettle. He was very, very happy about it. So I was suggesting, you know, you can drink tea. It's quite a good thing to drink. I normally just drink peppermint tea. Peppermint tea is my main thing, and if I'm at work, I'll have 8 cups a day, maybe, of peppermint tea, but it's water and leaves. It's good for you, so that's fine. But never a cup of coffee, and definitely never a bulletproof coffee. Mary says we have kettles in the US. Yeah, you guys do have kettles in the US, but not like we do in the UK. Like, everybody here has a kettle, and if you don't, I don't know who you are. And we demand kettles on our cruises. All of the British cruise lines have kettles in the cabins, and yeah, we drink a lot of tea in the UK. We do really live up to that stereotype. Thank you. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills when everyone says how much they love coffee, and I'm like, yeah, me too. Just don't get it. Everyone always said to me, you know, you'll grow into coffee, and if it's something I have to grow into liking, why? I just don't need it. I don't need it at all. I don't really drink much, really any caffeine, only in soda and stuff. So, did you see that Canada has extended their cruise ship ban until October 31st? I did. I saw that just before I came on here, so I'm not really up to date with what's going on. October 31st seems very far away, but Canada has always been, you know, at the forefront with the most far away deadline. I hope some cruises are going to happen before October 31st. It seems so far away right now. Okay, so question number 4 is back to a cruise related one. It is, P&O cruises have a British part and a part based in which other country? This can get quite confusing when I say something about P&O. I say something and then someone's like, oh no, that's the part, or we don't do that in the other country part. So I have some just pictures here of P&O cruise ships. Yeah, these are the British ones. If you can't work that out from the amazing big flags. Okay. Never mind coffee. What's your preferred tipple when you can go to the pub? Pepsi Max. If I do drink, you know, I haven't really drunk much since lockdown and I haven't missed it at all, so I don't really know why I bother drinking. But my favorite drinks as far as being on cruises and things would be like a raspberry mojito, a mango meltdown, an alcoholic drink that tastes nothing like alcohol and is just really sweet. So like an adult squash is pretty much like this, but alcoholic. Yeah, like fruit ciders, stuff like that, probably. But yeah, I'm surprised I really haven't missed drinking while I've been on lockdown. I see everybody else is consuming vast amounts of alcohol, and that's not really how my lockdown's going. My lockdown's going okay, to be fair. I had a horrible week at work where we had an email that said, company announcement, 2 hours, everybody in the company, 3,000 people on a phone call. Surprisingly, that didn't work because you can't fit 3,000 people on a phone call, but they just went through and said who's redundant and who's not redundant. I'm safe for now. But yeah, it doesn't really fill me with confidence for the future and that job. But I've been there nearly 5 years, so if I leave, then I leave, to be fair. Okay, cool. I see some correct answers there, some not correct answers, but that's how things work. Any news with MSC? No, I'm still holding out for September 2. I've got a weekend cruise booked in September. Maybe it will be all right. I don't know. I've said since the beginning that I think September is when it will come back. I don't know. No one knows. I wish we knew, but we don't know. So question number 5 is, Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas has 2 sisters. Name them. John says, I'm sailing with MSC July 25th. I don't think you are. They might not have cancelled it yet, but I don't know. I would be surprised, very, very surprised if anyone is cruising in July. Most cruise lines are saying at least August now. Royal Caribbean, Carnival, August 1st is the date, so. Jenny says, we're filling our bottle bin and our neighbours in lockdown. I think a lot of people are. I think my neighbours probably could fill my bottle bin, to be fair. I'm just filling up my recycling with Pepsi cans. Tim says, hello from Tokyo, Japan. Yesterday I shared on Facebook a video I made when I spent 2 days in Japan, 2 days in Tokyo, and it was the best trip I've ever been on in my entire life. It was fantastic. It was so good. So, hi, Tim. You should go on Oasis of the Seas for Christmas. I would love to. I would love to try any of those big Royal Caribbean ships. Would really, really love to. I just have never found a decent enough price where I am, where I want to be at that time. I have seen some good deals for next year, though, on some of the big Royal Caribbean ships in the Med. This week's YouTube video is about the future of cruise pricing, if it's going to go up, if it's going to go down. There's a lot of signs that I've seen that it is going to go down. I know they're up right now, but that's because no one's really dealing with cruise pricing right now. They're trying to do the refunds and they're trying to just get through this time. I think once we get out the other side, prices will be dropping and I will be there looking for the cheapest deals. So that will be Sunday's YouTube video. Very, very excited about that one. Okay, I think you guys who have got the answer have got the answer. So let's move on to question 6. On which cruise line will you find Eric Lanlard's afternoon tea? Lanlard? I don't know how you say it. To me, in my brain, it just says lanyard, like a lanyard. I'm very anti wearing a lanyard on my cruise because I wear them at work and it just makes me feel like I'm at work. But on which cruise line will you find this amazing guy's afternoon tea? Here is a photo of some cake, just in case you need it. And some scones there too. I say scones. If you say scones, that's fine. I don't mind. Scones or scones. And cakes and sandwiches. This cruise line is quite well known for its afternoon tea. Not the most well known, I don't think, but still pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Tom says he should be on an MSC cruise right now. That's heartbreaking. I should be on a Carnival cruise right now. I should be on Carnival Radiance in the Mediterranean. So that's very depressing. But we do have the amazing sunshine here, which normally we would never ever get. So the word afternoon tea just screams Cunard to me because I don't know who Eric is. Okay, moving on to question number 7. Outside of the US, what is the busiest cruise port by passenger numbers? The busiest one is Miami, and then there's a few other American cruise ports that have big numbers. But outside of the US, where is the busiest cruise port by passenger numbers? Tim says, people here know every answer. People here are cruise ship people who, yeah, do know a lot of the answers. But that's why we're here, isn't it? And I learn things every single trivia, and I would like to think I know something about cruising now. I've spent 3-4 years thinking about cruising, doing kind of full-time work hours on cruise stuff outside of my full-time job. So I see some answers. I'm not seeing the answer I'm looking for though. So keep trying. You guys have got some of the most popular ones. Mediterranean weather in the back garden. That's actually true. It's actually true. If we had this weather on a Mediterranean cruise at this time of year, we would be saying how lucky we were and it was fantastic. When working from home, do you still have to wear your lanyard? No, because my lanyard is to get into the building and I'm not allowed into the building. I don't know where my lanyard is. And when it comes to going back to the office, like physically going back, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know. I won't be able to find that. I bought some new trousers for work about 3 or 4 days before this happened. Bad timing. I'm honestly new at cruising, just came here to learn more. Thank you, Leo. This is a great place to learn cruising random facts. And you might find, you know, a cruise line that you'd like to investigate more or a place that you'd like to see. You never know. Mr. Wig and Dave says, do you mean embarkation? I don't know. It just said, the question just said, what is the most popular by passengers that go through there? What is the most popular port? I don't know. I would guess embarkation, yeah. Okay, I have seen the correct answer now. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Natalie says, I'm late here again. Well, I'm just glad you came to show us this gorgeous picture. I want to get one like that of Hudson. He looks so cool. Todd says, watch Emma's videos, lots of information. I have got hundreds of videos now on my YouTube channel about all kinds of cruising stuff. So yeah, definitely check that out. I don't know where my key card is, Emma. You're not alone. I'm sure most of the world doesn't really know where that is. Speaking of Hudson, where is he? He is in the garden last time I checked. And you're not going to get him to come inside. Not at all. Not at all. Okay, cool. So question number 8. In which city will you find the Church of Spilled Blood? This one has 1,000 million names, but the easiest to understand English name is the Spilled Blood Church. Church of Spilled Blood, something gory and about blood. A very, very, very weird but cool place to visit. Definitely recommend going there, but just really, really strange. Dominic says, whoops, I'm late for the first time. Please, no negative points. We don't have any negative points here. Everyone just needs to leave happy. That's the main thing. Mike says, once when working from home, I got to my car to visit a client, but had to go back home because I realized that I was wearing my slippers. I think we're going to have a lot of problems like that when we do go back to work. I'll probably be wearing my llama pajamas. I have no idea. Okay, cool. I think you guys answered that if you do know that one. So the next question is, why are cruise ships mostly white? Why would you paint a cruise ship white? It always seems like the worst color to paint a cruise ship because, you know, they get dusty and rusty and dirty and stuff, but why are they mostly white? Thanks to Frank, who says, new subscriber, love the channel, very informative for all cruising news. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I'm surprised how many subscribers I've managed to gain since the cruise industry closed. Because obviously when that happened for me, I was thinking, you know, I do ship tours, I do cabin tours, I do vlogs, I do cruise stuff, and with no cruising. Yeah, but it's actually been okay. It's quite hard to keep up to date with all this cruise news, but I'm doing my best. If you're not already on my newsletter, then I'm currently sending out cruise news every week, just a tiny little thing that says this, this, and this has happened, because I'm trying to keep up to date with it, and it's really, really hard. It is not so that they blend in with the seagulls. Why would you want to blend in with seagulls anyway? I see some good answers here, good reasons. Okay, cool. Ooh, Leo says, I know why the bottom is red. Why is the bottom red? I would be interested to know. Okay. Cool, let's move on to question number 10. How many donkeys work carrying tourists up and down the steps of Santorini? This one is not a nice one. It's a sad one. If you ever go to Santorini, do not ride a donkey up and down this hill. It is horrible. And it was the main thing I thought about when I left Santorini. It was stuck in my mind for ages. It was really, really horrible. But they have lots of donkeys there that work, going up and down, carrying tourists. And how many of them are there? It really is really, really horrible. Do not ride a donkey there, because it's so warm just to walk up there. I went to Santorini and we walked. There is also a cable car, so you don't have to walk. There is a way to get up there. But the donkeys are just tied up out in the sun all day. They don't have water. They don't have anything. It was just horrible. Sean says, loved your Patreon last week. Looking forward to this week's one. Thank you, Sean. Sean is one of my patrons, and I do a podcast in there every week. So if you want access to a patron-only podcast where I just really chat about things I've done and what's happening in the world, then consider becoming a patron. It is patreon.com/Emma Cruises, because not very inventive with that, but Emma Cruises has become my name. A lot of people think that my surname is Cruises now, like genuinely think that. It is not, but I'll take it. Emma Cruises sounds like a stage name to me. Oh, so the bottom is red to protect against corrosion. Copper oxide, very interesting. See, I learned something. Okay, cool. Lots of guesses about the sad donkeys, but whenever I think about Santorini and anything, I just think about those poor donkeys. Jenny says, will you miss buffets if they stop them temporarily? Yes, I love buffets. I won't miss them if they just change to being served to you rather than served. But one thing is, when you go to a buffet, you have, well, at least I have the weirdest combinations in the world. So I don't know if I want to go up to someone and ask and say, can I have some rice, chips, Yorkshire pudding, like, you know what I mean, on one plate? I don't know. Have you made the Hudson merchandise? I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking about something, and it was like, if I could take my cat on a cruise, I would never come home. That's like my quote. If I could take my cat on a cruise, I would never come home. And then I could have Hudson on it. I don't know. I was just thinking about this earlier. Okay, cool. Tony says, cannot pass a buffet without loads on my plate. That's what a buffet's for. It literally is. And you've paid for all of that food while you're there. Have it. Try it. It's a good time to try new foods. Just don't get loads of it if you don't know if you're going to like it. But you can get a taste of loads of things and then go back for more when you want more stuff. I would like a Hudson wrist tattoo. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Question number 11 now. What was the name of Carnival's first ever cruise ship? I think it was 1972. Carnival's first ever cruise ship. I get you about buffets. I mix a lot of foods. My favorite buffet ever was on the Celebrity Silhouette. And my goodness, the Yorkshire puddings there, absolutely fantastic. Kevin says that would be a cool t-shirt. I'll think about it a bit more. I just think that would be fun because that's what I would want to wear on a t-shirt. And everyone would know it's Hudson. Emily says, would love to watch you right now, but sadly in the USA there's a horrible situation happening in Minnesota. It's on TV. Yeah, we have seen here in the UK, we get a lot of news about America, and I have no words for that. It's just shocking and just no words. So I understand if you don't have time to watch this right now. I will never be annoyed if you don't join me on trivia, but if you do, I'll be very, very happy about it. David says, by mixing things, you can get exactly what you want. Yes, you can. And I mean, I do the same at home. Sometimes I will just, feeling lazy, can't bother to cook anything, just go through the freezer and get out the weirdest combinations of food, but they're really, really good. So just stick some onion rings on everything and makes it all a lot better. Mike says on Viking, he gained 12 pounds over 17 days. Whew, that's impressive, Mike. 12 pounds, that's like 2 newborn babies. That's quite funny. Okay, cool. Moving on to question number 12. Does the Carnival brand have more or less than 100 ships? I'm talking not about Carnival. Maybe I shouldn't have said brand. Not the actual Carnival cruise line, but the brands that Carnival own. So they own so much stuff. They own P&O, they own Princess, they own AIDA, Carnival, Holland America. All of those together, is it more or less than 100 cruise ships? Emily says, thanks, Emma. I'll watch you later. You're always welcome to watch these later. These are on YouTube for forever, for absolutely ever. So please feel free. I'm just putting some finishing touches to my cruise course, which I'm relaunching on Monday. I might do it on Sunday so I can do it after my YouTube video comes out. That's Monday in Australia, right? So I might do that. I'm really excited about it. If you've ever wanted to learn how to cruise cheaply, you might have noticed that I cruise quite a lot for someone who's 26. I use a lot of really cheap tactics and like hacks and things to get free stuff. So it's coming out on Monday. It is called How to Cruise for Less. If you go to cruisingisn'tjustforoldpeople.com, there's a page on there. Technically, you can get in early, and there is a bit of a discount at the moment, but I'm not supposed to tell you that. But if you did want to buy it and you wanted to buy it now, there's a bit of a discount going on. But anyway, it will be on Monday. It will be released, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I've put everything I know about cruising into there, and it feels quite good. So that's kind of my central point. It's all very well having YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of this stuff, but it's nice to have like a central place with everything I know. So that's cool. Looking forward to Monday. I appreciate it's not a great time to launch a course. It's not really a great time to do anything, but there's no time like the present. So I'm just going to launch it and it'll be there. It'll be there for you guys. Natalie says, is that your new chair? This is my new chair. It feels like being on some sort of roller coaster, maybe a race car, maybe something like that. It's very, very comfortable, and it makes me sit upright, which I think is good. And it doesn't make horrible noises like my old chair did. So that's good. I used to get really like cramp from sitting here, not wanting to move too much because my chair would squeak. So now I can move as much as I want and we'll be all right. I do have one difference in the background. If you're looking for a spot the difference, it's not where something is because they've all moved. It's just one new thing in there. Todd says, good posture. Thanks, Todd. Okay, question number 13. Approximately how many cruise ship calls does Southampton, the biggest UK cruise port, have per year? So not how many different cruise ships go there, but how many different cruise ship calls go there. Have you managed to get any good deals for next year? I haven't. I'm not really looking because I don't think that now is a good time to book a cruise, to be honest with you. A lot of the prices are up right now and I'm expecting them to go down soon. I'm going to talk more about that on this Sunday's YouTube video. I just don't think now is the best, cheapest time to book a cruise, but I don't think it will be long. I think the cruise lines are going to want us back. They're going to have less first-time cruisers, maybe, so they're going to reduce the prices. I'm hoping. So there's a few reasons. I have been looking at some cruises just because I can't stop, but I haven't got any plans right now. It's really weird. I normally have cruises booked for a long, long time, but okay. Cool. Have you heard they just broke a bottle on Valiant Lady? Valiant Lady is the sister of Scarlet Lady for Virgin Voyages. Really hope they had time to fix like everything. I have to say, in Virgin Voyages credit, the prices now for a Virgin Voyages cruise are much more what I would expect to pay. So still not for me, really, but it's coming down closer to sort of a price that I think it's worth, if that makes sense. They have been really, really good with future cruise credit and they've been doing 200% plus more onboard credit. So yeah, it would be nice if they had put in some bedside tables and stuff. I don't know. Okay. 2 more questions and a bonus question. Okay. So question number 14 is, how old is the Colosseum in Rome? Lovely picture there. It sort of makes me think that the sky's moving, but it's not. It's just a photo. Tell me if you see that too. It hurts my eyes. Cruising as Crew says definitely more affordable now. So much more affordable. I saw one and it was, I can't remember how long the cruise was for, but it was something like £130 per night or something like that. That would be for an inside cabin though. It might be for one of the inside sharing cabins, which look very, very cozy. As you guys know, I'm a friend of I'm a good fan of inside cabins, but these ones are really, really small, so not sure. But some of the prices are getting much, much better. Lots of answers. I'm going to obviously give it to you if you're within a range, because this is quite a big number. Older than my grandma? I would hope so. Cool. We got some like really close answers, actually. Really close. You guys just know this. I don't know how I would know this. Peter says MSC are meant to be really cheap, so I can't imagine how cheap they are now. Yeah, if you want to cruise for $50 per night on an MSC cruise, you can if you're clever about it. I've done that. So yeah. The MSC cruise that I took in January, I paid £360 for the cruise for 7 nights plus flights. I can't remember, but it was a fantastic, fantastic deal. That's one of the big case studies I used for my cruise course, because I saved 61% on the advertised price, the price I actually paid. And it was so good. We managed to take a family member on it because we saved that much money. If I had to pay the normal price, there's no way I could have done it. So it was really, really good deal. Really good deal. David says, I remember I wasn't very old when they built it. David, I don't think you were there when they built it. I don't think so. Okay, cool. So we've got one more normal-ish question. On which cruise line will you find this mixed media art piece? Okay, so this is a cruise line, a ship that I went on. I walked around it And I was like, what is this? So this is just an area just in the middle of a corridor that just has these weird pictures of fruit, I guess, and trees and stuff. And then it has this big rock in the middle. I don't know what it is. And when I walked around this ship, I saw artwork, which, I don't know, it was like people screaming, people with trees coming out of their hair. Really, really strange. Really strange. A lot of people instantly gone for Costa there. Not going to say anything else because I think I'll give away the answer. Okay, cool. So I've got a bonus question just for if you want to get it, and it shows how well you know me. Question number 16 is bonus points. What is the name of my ginger and white cat? Now that's a tricky one. Natalie says they sound scary, to be honest. Well, Costa sounds scary. Costa aren't scary. They're cheap and cheerful and strange, a bit strange, but not scary. Okay. I see some good answers here. You guys, I hope you're all okay and you're doing all right in lockdown. I'm feeling more optimistic now. I've been someone who's really locked down and not actually, you know, I haven't gone out as much as I probably can. I've only been to the shops twice. I've been for a walk every day, but I feel like you can get anything delivered. I don't feel the need to fight people who are in the garden centre, or I just don't. So I've been quite locked down. I've been not impressed with myself, but like quite proud of how I've been all right, to be fair. So I hope you're all okay. I know this is really weird and really strange. A question from Henry. Thank you for the super chat there. Other than buffets, do you think cruising will ever be what it used to be again? I miss your regular ship tours. I really miss doing ship tours. It's a thing I just can't do when I'm not on a ship. There's no way I can do that. So sorry that you miss it. I wish I could do more. I'm not sure how a lot of the things that they're saying will actually work in real life. When they say things about social distancing, I can't see them reducing the capacity of cruise ships that much and giving space in the theatre, stuff like that. I think there's some really easy small things that they can do that they might do. For example, why can't we just order from the app or read the menu on an app rather than having a piece of paper there? They can get away with getting rid of little things and enforcing hand sanitizing more. I don't think it will be too different in 2 or 3 years. It probably will just be more enforced hand washing and maybe some sort of one-way thing for where places are really, really busy. But to be fair, I can't see it being as extreme as what they're originally saying. Mary says, I can't get things delivered, but only to the store 6 times in 12 weeks. Yeah, towards the beginning of this, I couldn't get any food delivered or anything like that, but now it's fine. So I just a few days before order food and it comes. And it's not too bad. Peter says, what camera do you use? This is just on my MacBook. This isn't my normal camera, but normally I use a Canon M50 and my GoPro for ship tours and stuff like that. Okay, Natalie says, my mum hasn't left the house in 14 weeks. That's a long time. 11 for me, I think. Philip says they reckon the new big cruise ships can operate at 30%. I made a video a while ago which broke down kind of, you pay this cruise fare, this is how much goes to food and staff and fuel, and this is how much is profit. And the profit was so small. I have no idea how they can operate at 30% just to cover the staff and the fuel. The fuel of the cruise ship is so much. So if they think they can, that maybe they know better than me. They are cruise ships. But I don't know, it seems really strange. Canon M50 4K, right. Yeah, I don't film in 4K though because I don't want to. I don't want anyone to see me in higher definition than high def. Ugh, no, I don't film in 4K, but I can. Okay, so we should go through the answers now, I think. So question number 1 is, what 2 colours are the Cunard funnels? Cunard funnels. And if you can tell me why Cunard says that they have these colors, then you can have a bonus point, because yeah, I didn't know this, but apparently there's a reason why they have these 2 different colors. If you could design your own cruise ship, what would you put in it, and where would you put the light switch in the cabin? I would put the light switch in the cabin by the door, on the wall, clearly visible, where it is in every cruise ship apart from one. And I would put in lots of free dining, maybe 5 or 6 swimming pools, the way they have them on princess ships. Definitely a big atrium, definitely a big promenade deck, multi-level dining rooms. That's my kind of cruise ship. The answer is red and black. Yes, Cunard is red and black. Very classic, smooth lines of Cunard cruise ships. I think they're gorgeous ships. They look like proper ships. Okay, question number 2 is this picture, and it is, which cruise line does this atrium belong to? If you were wondering about the red and the black, apparently it is so that the black can hide the soot and the red can hide the rust. I have no idea if that's true, but apparently that is what it is. Okay, Liam has got this super fast. The correct answer is Fred Olsen. Not a cruise line I have cruised with, and not an atrium I would recognize, but well done to Liam for that. That is Fred Olsen. A lot of people saying Viking, and I do understand that logic because it's quite kind of Scandinavian, wood, that kind of thing, but it is Fred Olsen. I haven't cruised with Fred Olsen yet, but yeah, never say never. It's just not really aimed towards me, I don't think. They're a British cruise line. They're quite traditional and smaller ships and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Question number 3 is, what are the 2 ingredients in bulletproof coffee? The thing that I found out this week and don't understand. Don't get it at all. I can't believe this is a thing. Sounds horrible. But to me, just the coffee on its own sounds horrible, so maybe that's no surprise. Bullet and proof. No. But I do like your answer. Bullet and proof. Cream and coconut oil. I hadn't thought about coconut oil. I guess you can put coconut oil in this as well, but the other answer, I'm not looking for cream, but it's very close to cream what I'm looking for. Any guesses? Butter and coffee. Yes, the answer is butter. Ugh, sounds horrible. I have no words for that. If you've ever put butter in your coffee or your tea, please let me know. Because it doesn't sound like it would blend very well or melt, but I guess it does. Makes it creamy. Ugh, yeah, I don't know. Butter. People do this. See, I said something like, peppermint tea is healthy or something. And they said, oh, I don't like tea, but I make it okay by putting butter in it. So I said, butter in tea. Really? Ew. And she said, yeah, everyone puts it in coffee. It's bulletproof coffee. So I started looking this up. It's a big thing. I know butter is made of cream, kind of. But ew. No, I just don't like that idea. Yeah, so apparently that. Not sure. Okay, so question 4 is P&O cruises have a British part and a part based in which other country? The part that's based in the other country is very different from P&O in Britain. P&O in Britain is very British and it's quite traditional. It's got afternoon tea, kettles in the cabins, UK plug sockets, and the other part is Australia. And in Australia, I'm told, I haven't been over there to cruise on this line in Australia, but I'm told it's more of a party cruise than it is here in the UK. Yeah, lots of people put Australia. Dominic, loads of you. Well done. Down under Australia. Yes. Cheese is made from milk, and I don't see anybody putting cheese in their tea. What would you do if someone just started like grinding? Oh, horrible. I mean, I'm not going to judge you if you like that, but it's honestly making me tear up a bit just thinking about it. Oh, yeah. I'm still hung up on butter and coffee. Butter goes on toast. Yeah, maybe on a potato, something like that. There's places for butter, but not in coffee. I don't know. Okay, so question number 5 now is Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas has 2 sisters. Name them. Oh, Jenny says my mum put couscous in her coffee instead of sugar. Ew, I'd understand if you put maybe salt in there instead of sugar, but couscous, that's just madness. Don't mind me just grating my parmesan into my mixed tea. That's disgusting. Oh, yep, so the answer is liberty and freedom. Well done, everybody who got liberty and freedom. Wilma and Betty, you can call them that if you want, David, but I think technically it is liberty and freedom. Oh, my ex used to dip his toast in his coffee in the morning. Oh, gosh. Yeah, not for me, but if someone else wants to do that, then fair enough. Okay, so we're on question 5. The next question is question number 6. No surprise there. We've got, on which cruise line will you find Eric Lanlard, I don't know, his afternoon tea? And here is a picture of the cake, just in case you need some more cake. Liam says, it's enough, I'm starting to feel sick. So here you go, here's cake. Much, much better. It is P&O, yes. Well done to everybody who put P&O. P&O have a few different afternoon teas. I have to say I went for the free one. No surprises there. That's one of my super tips. Just pick the free version of things. It's good. It's good. The free one is good. So I don't feel the need for all of this fancy stuff. Okay, I hope August 1st resumes sailing for cruise ships. Me too. It is supposed to be, according to Royal Caribbean and Carnival and various other things. I think it's looking more realistic than some of the other things they've said. But if they push it back to September, maybe October, I won't be too surprised. The thought of going into October, oh, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like we've had a summer because we haven't been out enjoying the summer, but things are looking up here, so not going to complain about it. On to question number 7, which is outside of the US. What is the busiest cruise port by passenger numbers? Well, I think it was the top 3 were in the US. And then the busiest one in Europe is Barcelona. Barcelona is the busiest one in Europe, but there is another one that's busier, and it's not in the US, and it's not in Europe, and it is in... Dun, dun, dun. I'm seeing some answers here. Chris says, oh my God, I finally made it to the party. Only took me 3 months. Hi, Emma and gang. Hi, Chris. 3 months. We have got lots of answers, but I don't think that's the answer I'm looking for. Maybe it is. I'm just going to see if anyone says the answer. I think, yeah, I thought it was Nassau. I don't know why. Am I wrong on that one? I could be wrong on that one. If someone can just quickly Google that and then tell me the real answer, that would be good. I just had that in my head that was Nassau. But yeah, if you Google it and I'm wrong, then you can all have a point. But I think I'm right. I don't know. I've been there. Not much there, to be fair. Okay, question number 8 is, in which city will you find the Church of Spilled Blood? This is not my photo. This is far too good to be my photo. If you could just give this video a like wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, that would be appreciated. That is always a good thing for YouTube. It likes that. So, in which city will you find this Church of Spilled Blood? It is St. Petersburg or St. Pete. If you just put St. Pete, you can have a point anyway because I know what you mean. St. Petersburg, St. Petersburg, St. Petersburg, St. Petersburg, Russia. Yes, it is. If you ever get the chance to go to St. Petersburg or Russia on a cruise or anyway, do it because, I mean, it's it just doesn't feel like a real place. It's so strange. But the weirdest thing is, I mean, I think the port can hold something like 8 or 9 cruise ships. So we went on a tour to the Spilled Blood Church, and the thing is you're walking around following someone with a Morella flag, and you see, oh, there's Princess, there's Viking, there's Royal Caribbean, and it's more kind of just, it just feels like you're on a tour with other cruise lines. I hope that makes sense. Obviously, not everyone there's from a cruise ship, but when you've got 8 or 9 different cruise ships in port, it can kind of feel like that. Okay. Just saying, if you're someone who comes to here and then just tells people to go watch videos on your channel, like, I'm going to block you, because no, sorry, that's not how you get views. You have to do what I did and spend 3 or 4 years putting out a video a week. I've put out a video a week for literally almost 3 years now. I don't know how I've had that much to talk about, but things have changed. So things have changed a lot. If I watch my early videos, it's embarrassing. It is Cozumel, apparently, so everyone can get a point for that one. A bonus point because I was wrong, so you can all just have a point. Okay, so everyone should at least get 1 point because I've given you a freebie point there. Okay, cool. Chris says, llamas. That's all I need to know about you. Love llamas. Well, that was very easy then. Very easy. I love it when I see someone from a cruise ship in a busy port. It means I haven't missed the ship. That's true. It is reassuring. That is true. But in St. Petersburg, you pretty much have to do a ship excursion anyway, so you're not really going to miss it. So, why are cruise ships mostly white? Almost always white. Personally, I much prefer cruise ships that have some kind of art on them, some colours. I think it's nice when you can instantly recognise a cruise ship from just over there, like, oh, that one's P&O, I can see the massive Union Jack, or that one's AIDA, I can see the eyes. I think it's nice when they're like that. So yeah, it is for heat. Well done to Chris, well done to everybody. It's just to keep it cool. The same reason you'd really paint anything white is just because it doesn't suck in all of the heat. Some cruise ships are not white now though. I suppose it doesn't make too much of a difference, but yeah, it just reflects off the heat and keeps them cool. And thank you for having a profile picture that shows a mostly white cruise ship. You would think white is not really a great color because it would get dirty. I was just distracted by the comment that says there's a yellow duck behind you, kinky. I don't really know how this little yellow duck is kinky, but okay. Easier to paint? I don't think so. Surely white is really hard to paint. Magnolia would be cheaper. To be fair, I don't think I would really know if it was slightly magnolia. So maybe suggest that. Question number 10 is, how many donkeys work carrying tourists up and down the steps of Santorini? Poor donkeys. Don't ride the donkeys. That's all I really want to say about this. Too many donkeys. Sad. And the size of some of the people that ride these donkeys, my goodness. Yeah, the answer is 100. So well done if you got 100. If you got, let's say, between 80 and 120, you can have a point. So 100 donkeys apparently work walking up and down those steps in the heat all day. No water, nothing, carrying a bazillion people. I suppose it depends on the amount of passengers, but I mean, like, how many do they have there that they can use for this? So apparently, according to the Save the Donkey Sanctuary, it is 100. Yeah, I'd never sit on the donkeys. I'd hurt the poor things. You would think that, but some of the people that sit on these donkeys are big, really big. I mean, no one should ride the donkeys, but a bit of common sense. Poor things. They just stood there waiting all day. It's horrible. Like, it really, I couldn't stop thinking about it for so long when I came over from Santorini, and it's such a shame because it's a really nice place, but the main thing you come away with is just thinking, poor donkeys. So question number 11 is, what is the name of Carnival's first cruise ship? Oh, we've got a question. It says, my first language is Spanish. For me, cruises and planes are male. Why in English are they females? I don't know. There's a million different answers that people give to that, but I don't know what the real answer is. If there is a real answer, I guess they just 50-50 chance. They're just women. So it is Mardi Gras. Yes, it is Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras. And the new Mardi Gras should be coming out soon. Super, super soon. How things are going to go, I don't know. Liam says, have you ever been on a car ferry? Yes, I think so. I hate ferries. I get so seasick. You would not get me on a ferry. Horrible, horrible things. Okay, question number 12 is, does the Carnival brand have more or less than 100 ships? They have so many different cruise lines that they own. Princess, P&O, Aida, Holland America, Seabourn, maybe? I don't know, a fancy one. They've got so many. It is more. Yes, well done to everybody who put more. I'm not sure on the exact number. I haven't gone through and added them together, but it is more than 100 cruise ships. Can you imagine 100 cruise ships? Susan says, I wouldn't go to Santorini purely because I'm not able to walk far and certainly not uphill, and I wouldn't cause a poor donkey to carry me. There is a cable car there if you are okay with cable cars. There's other ways to get up the hill other than the donkeys, which makes me even more confused why people go on the donkeys, because we have other ways to get up there now. Maybe in the olden days when donkeys were the only option, but now, nope. So yeah, the answer there is more. I think everybody got more, so that's good. Well done, everybody. Question number 13 is, approximately how many cruise ship calls does Southampton, the biggest UK cruise port, have per year? It makes me laugh so much when I see anything and it says Southampton, London, because Southampton is very, very far from London. Very far, and it's not even an easy journey. It's really not. You've got to get on multiple trains and it's just not easy. So it's definitely not London. How many cruise ship calls? So the actual answer is 500. Well done to Mr. Wig and Dave. If you've got between 450 and 550, I'll give you that point. So Diana and Edward, you can have a point for that one. Well done. That's quite a lot. I suppose most days they have more than one there. I guess that's how it works. Not sure. It's also funny when they say Southampton, Liverpool. Who says Southampton, Liverpool? I've never heard that before. That's the other end of the country. Okay, on to question 14. How old is the Colosseum in Rome? I love Rome. I think it's one of my favorite cities because it's so easy to just get around, walk around. There's so much to see. Everybody's nice there. They have about, I don't even know, like 6 or 7 McDonald's in the town. The McDonald's with the screens, so you don't even have to speak any Spanish. It's fantastic. I am pretty bad when it comes to stuff like that. I am more than happy eating a McDonald's. Got to get my chicken nuggets from somewhere. So yeah, it is 2000-ish. So if you have between, I don't know, let's say 500 years either way, maybe, or 1,000 years, I don't know, yeah. Anything from 1,500 to 2,500, I'm going to give you the point there because that's hard. It's really hard. Yeah, Liam says this is hard. This is hard. I would have no idea. And I've been there and I've listened to all the facts and stuff like that. Speak Italian. Yeah, I mean Italian. Sorry, I was thinking about, I don't know why I was thinking about Barcelona, but I was thinking about Barcelona. Also has a lot of McDonald's. Okay, well done to everybody who got that. Sorry, that one's a bit hard, but wanted to test you on that one. So the last one is, on which cruise line will you find this mixed media art piece? If you can call this a mixed media art piece, I have no idea. What I might do after this is put in some pictures to our Facebook group of some art pieces from this cruise ship because I don't understand art. I think I'm not very cultured. I have to be honest with you, I'm not. I'm not going to pretend I am. I don't understand art, but I don't understand this one. It's really weird. It's just in the middle of the corridor. So it is not Costa, no. It is Celebrity. It is Celebrity Silhouette, yes. Celebrity Silhouette. We should do one where we quiz Emma. That sounds awful. 102 people just asking me questions. That sounds tough. It is Celebrity, yes. I'm not sure if I'm just not good enough at art and stuff like that to understand, but I would wander around the Celebrity ships and be like, what is that? There was just by my cabin this picture on the wall of people who were like mid-sneeze or something like that. I have no idea. Celebrity. Yeah, I'm going to put that in our Facebook group. So if you're not already in the Cruising Isn't Just for Old People Facebook group, definitely get in there, and I'll put in some pictures of our artwork from this cruise ship after this. So we are nearly out of time. There are your questions, but we've got one bonus question, which is, what is the name of my ginger and white cat? If you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my website, YouTube, anything, you would have seen this little boy. He's not really very little, but what is the name of my ginger and white cat? Any guesses on that one? I've seen some correct answers and I've seen some wrong answers to this one. I think people know him better than me at this point, to be honest, but it is Hudson. Yes, Hudson, 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 Hudson. It is not Garfield. It is not Harvey. It is Hudson. Hudson River. Hudson and Harvey. I don't have a Harvey. I've just got a Hudson. Hudson, Hudson, Hudson. Wait. Here's a good one. What does the chandelier on Encore supposed to look like? That's some art I just don't get. I have to be honest with you. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this, but it's like a chandelier with these white things over the lights, and I thought they hadn't unwrapped it. Like, I genuinely thought that they hadn't unwrapped the chandelier when I was there. I have a full ship tour of Norwegian Encore, so if you want to check that out, it's on my channel. I don't get it either. I think I'm just uncultured, gotta be honest with you. Would you recommend Celebrity Silhouette for a 16 and 12-year-old? Yeah, there's not really that much to do for kids on there. Celebrity tend to be quite like classy and relaxed. The pools are really, really nice though. There's loads of top deck space. It might just be a bit like calm for them, if that's okay. It's not lively like Royal Caribbean or Norwegian or anything like that. So I thought the chandelier looked like ice cubes. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I genuinely thought it was just wrapped up. Yeah, not sure. Okay, so we are done. Let me know how many points you got out of 15. I don't think the Hudson one counts because that's really not cruise trivia, but let me know how many you got out of 15. And I'll be back here same time next week. Maybe things will be a bit different next week. I don't know. 12 out of 16, that's pretty good. I think I would be over the moon if I got 10 or more. If I got 5 or more, I'd be pretty happy. If I got less than 5, I might be a bit sad. But 12, 9, really good. Well done, everybody. I hope you like these questions. I think I'm going to carry on with this same sort of format going forward because I quite like it and I think you guys like it too. So I'm going to head off now. I'm going to have dinner and then I'll see you here same time next week. Set a reminder on your calendar so that you come back. This is on Facebook and it's on YouTube. It's probably better to be on YouTube because YouTube just likes it better. Okay, so I will see you all next week. I hope you're all okay. Have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you later. Bye.